and today we're shifting into high gear as we explore the Rolls-Royce Ghost Series II, an engineering masterpiece that brings together luxury, tech, and performance in one stunning package. So, you've heard the name Rolls-Royce, and you're probably already picturing the quintessential luxury sedan, right? You know, something that glides along with the spirit of ecstasy up front, and maybe, just maybe, there's someone else doing the driving. Well, hold on to your hats because Rolls has flipped the script with the Ghost Series II. Yes, it's still got the unrivaled luxury, the handcrafted details, and the craftsmanship that make it a statement piece. But here's the twist. It's for drivers. Now, let's start with what's under the hood, because honestly, that's where the magic begins. The Ghost Series II is powered by a 6.75-liter twin-turbocharged V12 engine. And sure, that sounds like a lot of tech jargon, but what it means in practice is a machine that delivers 563 horsepower and instant torque from as low as 1,600 RPM. In plain terms, this car moves like it's on rails. Rolls-Royce has always been about waftability, that smooth, almost ethereal driving experience. But the Ghost 2 adds a level of dynamism that puts the driver right at the center of the action. You're not just floating in this car. You're engaged with every turn, every acceleration, and every stretch of open road. What's really impressive here is how the Ghost Series 2 balances the power with refinement. You've got the Planar Suspension System, a setup Rolls-Royce engineers took 10 years to perfect. 10 years. That's the kind of dedication we're talking about. This system creates what Rolls likes to call the magic carpet ride, and it lives up to the name. The suspension literally reads the road ahead, adjusting in real time using cameras and satellite data to ensure you never feel a bump. It's almost like the car is psychic, knowing what's coming and preparing for it before you even know it's there. Pair that with their satellite-aided transmission, which uses GPS to select the perfect gear for each corner, and you've got a ride so smooth it's almost surreal. But don't let all that tech fool you into thinking this is just a comfy cruiser. The Ghost Series 2 has some serious attitude. Take a look at the updated exterior. This thing is bold. The Pantheon grille, that iconic Rolls-Royce design element, now lights up. Yes, it lights up. It's like the car's wearing a tuxedo with a neon bow tie. The new headlight design, flowing seamlessly into the front wings, gives it a more modern, aggressive stance. And those 22-inch wheels, they've got a presence that says, I own this road. Now, we all know Rolls-Royce is synonymous with bespoke customization, but with the Ghost Series 2, they've taken it to a new level. You can choose from over 44,000 colors, and if that's not enough, Rolls-Royce will literally create a shade just for you. Imagine having your own unique color that no one else in the world can touch. One standout color they're featuring is Mystique Blue, named after the Caribbean island, and it's not just paint, it's a work of art. The hue shifts and shimmers with glass and mica flakes that catch the sunlight like a tropical sea. It's a nod to Rolls' heritage, inspired by one of the earliest driver-focused models from 1929, which was finished in a similar pearlescent blue. Inside, the Ghost Series 2 is all about craftsmanship. The cabin is a blend of traditional luxury and cutting-edge tech. Let's talk about the Starlight Headliner. If you've never heard of it, it's a signature Rolls-Royce feature that turns the ceiling of the car into a fiber-optic constellation of stars. It's stunning. And for the Ghost 2, they've integrated it with their bespoke audio system. What's that mean for you? The ceiling itself becomes a speaker, delivering immersive sound from above while you're surrounded by plush leather, hand-finished wood, and bamboo-based fabrics like the new Duality Twill. This isn't just a car, it's an experience. For the tech-savvy, Rolls has you covered. The central information display runs the show up front, but what's cool is how integrated everything feels. You can customize the digital dials to match the car's interior color palette. Feeling like a minimalist? Go sleek and monochrome. Want something bolder? You can have that too. Rear passengers get the royal treatment as well. Massaging seats, independent streaming on their own screens, Bluetooth headphones, and an upgraded Wi-Fi hotspot. Honestly, it's more connected than most people's homes. Now, if you're someone who likes to stretch out, the Ghost Extended Series 2 gives you an extra 170 millimeters of rear legroom, without compromising the sleek lines of the car. It's still all about the driver, but you can't ignore the allure of those rear Serenity Seats, which recline like you're in a first-class cabin. And yes, there's a champagne cooler in the back with 2 settings, 6 degrees for non-vintage and 11 degrees for vintage. Rolls-Royce, of course, consulted a master sommelier on this one, because why wouldn't they? And here's something that really stands out about the Ghost Series II. It's not just a luxury car that you sit back and relax in. The engineering makes it clear that this is a machine for people who want to drive. It's agile, it's responsive. All-wheel drive and all-wheel steering give it the kind of precision that makes it just as much fun in the city as it is on long stretches of highway. This is the Rolls-Royce for the driver who wants to enjoy the journey just as much as they enjoy the destination. The big takeaway here is that the Ghost Series II represents a perfect blend of heritage and modernity. It's not just a car for the ultra-wealthy to be chauffeured around in, though you could certainly do that. It's a car that brings the driver back into focus. And that's a big deal for Rolls-Royce, which has historically been more about quiet luxury than driver engagement. This time, they've nailed both. So, if you're someone who wants the best of both worlds, the serenity of Rolls-Royce luxury with the thrill of driving a 563 horsepower V12, then the Ghost Series II is worth your attention. It's not just an evolution of a classic, it's a redefinition of what luxury performance should be. That's all we have for today on Rubber Meets Road. Be sure to subscribe and check out our upcoming episodes as we continue to explore the cutting edge of automotive design and performance. I'm your host, and as always, keep the rubber on the road and the pedal to the floor. Catch you next time.